All right, we finally have my take on the Esper list that I've been running in the past few days. This video might be going out way later, but yeah, essentially, we're playing Dream Thief now. I fixed the mana base quite a bit. It's much more consistent now. Dream Thief, really strong card. The Surveil is really good at hitting your land drop, so that's important. And the Exile draw card is actually quite relevant when you mill it off the top with Rafine or just with Invasion. So you have that as well. Good upside in the mid game. And the 1/1 flyer with Surveil is really relevant, really good at attacking into the invasion, and really good at hitting your land drops, which is pivotal in this deck. You have to hit your 3 drops. And the gist of it, or the idea, I think, is to lean more into creatures that your opponent has to interact with to run them out of removal spells. And you're doing this in multiple ways. One, with the bat, obviously, busted card. They need to answer it. 2, with the Larcenist. 3, with Rafine. 4, Shield Red. And that is already enough when you count that the invasion, once it flips, copies a creature in your graveyard. So they're going to have to interact with it. Then if you flip the invasion, they have to interact with it again. Essentially, they are going to run out of removal spells specifically as well, because this comes in and your opponent discards a card. And you draw a card, so it puts you even further ahead. Your opponent might lose an answer or some specific card that they might want, and that is very important. So you're essentially trying to run your opponent out of resources and just finish the game off with your flyers, with Rafine, or with Shield Red, just winning the game by itself, and specifically another copy of Loyalty that can scale up those creature lands or just your creatures in general. So that's really important as well. A lot of really strong win cons, but also very solid cards on curve, so that's the power of this deck, I think, and that's what I'm trying to leverage here with this specific build. Now, you'll be used to the sideboard by now. It's pretty much exactly the same. I just added like maybe one more Go for the Throat, I think, and then the rest is exactly the same. So I'm going to leave you with that. Enjoy the gameplay. Check out the previous videos if you want to follow the progression of this deck. But yeah, anyways, let's get on with it. So yeah, Glissa's not like a 4-of. So here's this is pissing me off. I think I have to do this, right? Like something like this. The problem is, if I don't keep this, I just get wrecked by bad. I might have to play more cut downs. Uh-oh, another Esper deck, or I was gonna say, or ramp. It's never ramp. It's always Esper. How many Esper? Okay. I have no idea why you would keep that on the play. But sure. Now I know why they kept that. They were playing around the bat, and they knew what was on top of the deck. Just draw. Just draw what you need, Everything, in a way, it is effective, like just have a hand with nothing. The bat is just still a good card, but just find answers off the top, Pain, 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 pain. Ooh. Ooh. That does not feel great. But okay. Esper the only thing on ladder? Yeah. I'm not surprised. See, we have a problem. I think we might be having a problem here. I think the bat needs to go, and Rafine probably has to go as well. They have another top deck answer? Oh my god. Oh my god. Golly. That's pretty fortunate for them. Still in a good spot though. The real question is like, is getting rid of Rafine and the bat enough for Esper to kind of die off? I'm not sure. I think it would probably. But then would we have a Demir problem? That's the question. Like, I don't know, actually. It's tricky. I'm gonna buff this because I don't really care if it dies. Huh. I think I keep that. I'll be shocked if Bat even gets touched. Probably won't. Their ban philosophy is very bizarre, so they don't necessarily care about the balance, right? They just care if something's like really broken, I guess. Well, not even because they didn't ban Fable, so I don't know. I don't really know how their ban process goes. Seems like it's stat based. Like a lot of people are playing the same thing, which might be the case here, honestly. Oh yeah. Also, if they're like, okay, yeah, the next set will have an answer for this, but yeah, that makes sense as well. They mentioned that in the past, I think. Not a very good design philosophy to let people stew in a pretty suboptimal meta, though. Is what it is. But yeah, I realistically I don't know how much more I'd be able to take of like play bad on two, and then potentially it feels weirdly similar to Shield Red in a way. Not really, but I guess that's just the nature of snowballing cards in general. I mean, even if they wait for card sales, that's not really. They didn't ban Fable. Oh, but then the set, yeah, okay, card sales for the set, and Fable was probably still selling. The set as a whole was probably still selling out of packs. I don't know. Either way, too much theory here. Who cares? It's gonna happen or not? It's probably not gonna happen. So. This is the same position that my opponent was in when I was playing against them, right? Where they had the Virtue and they're just waiting for land to win the game. Getting rid of Schooner is big because they don't have many stats on the field here. There it is, but it's a tap line. No, new sets can change things up. I just think it's it's kind of a failure of utilizing the platform of an online card game. I don't think I'm attacking. Actually, no, I am. What the? Like basically, as an online card game, which is again, it's not, which is kind of the problem. But you could just ban cards and unban them the next set. If the next set's gonna fix everything, you could ban them temporarily, unban them the next set when the next set comes out. Actually, you could still do that on paper, right? Oh my god, they had to stop like this. I might lose. That's such a good draw. They have drawn incredibly well. I'm gonna be honest. They have drawn incredibly well. That's not a very good play. This is a top deck masterclass right here. Wow. Wowzers. Jeez. Oh, I don't want the lifelinker in play. Also, if I get +1/+1, I win, so also a thing. Still, like, the mystery of not knowing if they're playing Wedding Announcement is a little bit annoying. Tidebinder main deck, wow. Tidebinder main deck. Three Go for the Throats main deck. Also, since they're playing Mastermind, I think I'm willing to play the Shepherd. The Shepherd. Lifelink is relevant in this matchup, so I'm gonna keep Denik. Just command. Oh, yeah, it has to be Dream Thief. I just like it's the filler. It's the filler of this deck pretty much. And on the draw, it's just like I can't attack into Rafine. Oh my god, these one-landers are. Oh, this hand is so good. Wait, wait a minute. Content? Content? Anybody? Content achieved? Not really. It would have been more hype if I played the Siren, activated, hit a white land. Still decent though. Wow, their hand sucks. And they got baited. And they got baited. I am not playing Wedding Announcement. That's really good for me. Okay, now I might, if I find land. The question is now, I've kind of put myself in this position. Now I have to get out of it. But they can't counter this, so. Also, this was very risky because if they had interaction for my Siren, I would not be able to explore. So this was true content. Master class of content. Wow, this is weird. This is awkward. Oh wow, those were good. Those were good cards. I think I have to attack. Yeah, that makes sense. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, oh no. I don't have many white cards, but these are white. That is not good. Uh-oh. That was probably that's not like horrible in the grand scheme of things, but as it is, I don't think attacking that is worth. I think getting rid of Lauron is better. Maybe playing this was correct. I don't know. That's useful. Somewhat. Ugh. I'm happy to have useless amount in the deck now. I think I have to do this because I can't play Denick and Shieldred, so I have to choose. I think developing Denick is better. Or loyalty, either way. I guess I should have attacked. Not attacking with Siren might have been a mistake. I was scared of Arfine. But I guess I had the answer for never mind. That was just a misplay. Yeah, that was a misplay. I regret that. Okay. They're still very far behind, but that was not good. I just thought I would be in a stalemate longer, but since they keep activating, I would almost be guaranteed to find land eventually. So I can keep pushing this way instead of like trying to stall. I'm not the one who's supposed to be stalling. They're the one who's supposed to be stalling.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell if you want to keep up with my future uploads. Anyways, back to the gameplay.
Do we have any stats on how Standard's doing at the local game store level? Because I'm calling it a failure. I don't know if it's correct though. I think with the state of the game right now, it just has to be a failure. Standard's dead in paper, so basically they did nothing then, right? That's very unfortunate. I think if all of this was for nothing, they just made the game worse for no reason, which is just unfortunate. Get lost. That's annoying. Very. Jesus, I'm dead. Oh wait, they can't cast it. Oh no. And I think I have to go for stats here. Too dangerous. I can't slow down the oh no. No, 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 no. Explore, please. Okay. I have to 2-turn kill that, otherwise I just lose the game. Keeping the bad god is actually the keeping the bad god is probably a mistake, I don't know. But what can I don't know, it's probably better than my average draw. Yeah, because I have to play something here. Yeah, it's better than my average draw. In case that leaves the battlefield. Okay, this is doomed, I think. Yeah, this is over. There's no real point in me playing this game, I think. Yeah, just... Well, actually, that's not horrible. Depending... Like, if they made a misplay here, that could be good. But I doubt it. I think they have perfect hand, right? There's almost no way. Yeah, they would not do that otherwise. Alright, Control decks, sometimes they get you main deck. That's just how it is. Hopefully my sideboard is good enough. It's hard to get anything to fire up in paper. Then why'd they push for that? They should have known. I feel like it's just a great miscalculation, and but they can't even roll that back. It's just that's unfortunate. It is what it is. Guess I played Laurent just for these. Oops. Field Red's not great. Virtue is also... Nah, it's fine. It's good with Manland, so I'll just play it. Okay. In my opinion, standard should be relatively low power level. It just... That way you have a format that's actually, solid, and then you move up from there. If you want more power, you know what to look for. But what if you want less power than standard? Upper? It's not really exciting, I think, for most people. Yeah, Dream Thief is really good against control decks. Wow. Limited is the less power level. Yeah, but it's not a constructed format. I do agree with you, but that doesn't fill in the role of a constructed format, so yeah. Ew. Oh, I don't care about the stats, I guess. It's not a huge deal. Yeah, control decks are something, huh? Control decks are really something. Might as well counter that, I think. The reason I should counter that is if they have a removal spell for this, I would not be able to interact with it, and then they get the Wandering Emperor back, and then they can guarantee to exile. Not good. Sure. I'll just flash this in, I guess. They used to have block constructed. I don't know what that is, but if it's what you're describing, I would have loved that. Block was boring. It could be, yeah, that's the thing. Like, in my head, a format with 450 cards could be boring because there's just not enough there. I think I like... No, actually, I like formats with a lot of cards. And that's the difficulty, right? When the more cards you have, the harder it is to balance things together and make things cohesive. But if you do manage to do that, I think you have a really, really good format. Potentially. And I think that's what's really, really good. But also, a format with less cards can obviously work as well. Hearthstone, at the early days of Hearthstone, it was really, really fun. I don't think I necessarily want that. That's a little bit too much, I think. Once we get next rotation, it's going to be better. It could, yeah. It might. But that's a long time to wait. That's the problem, right? And that's why I think they're underutilizing the digital aspect of the game now. They should, in my opinion, just separate paper standard and or at least Alchemy should have been it, essentially, is what I'm saying. Alchemy should have been digital standard. But it's not. That's what's unfortunate. That is what's unfortunate. I need land so bad. Wait, what? No way did it just do that. That just happened. What the... What in the absolute nonsense just happened to me there? Oh my goodness, that was just tragic. Absolutely tragic. Hopefully I can still recover, but thankfully things are kind of lining up for me. It's gonna be difficult, but okay, I was like, it did it again. It did not. Okay, thankfully. Unless they deal with that, which I don't think they can. Er... Okay, it's not the end of the world, but it might be. It might become soon. I don't have a man land. I think that's the main issue right now. Okay. I don't want to overcommit to this board. That's my current problem. That's good, okay. That's really good. Because I needed to know whether or not they were going to activate that before attacking Teferi, potentially. I need a land. That's also a problem. There are a few issues here that I have to face. Oof. Can't. Can't do that, right? That is very dangerous. I mean, I have a very high chance of finding a land, but I don't think I can do that. It was not a very high chance of finding. Okay. I think that's usually a good keep. My position is okay. Okay, now it's better. Okay, great. Okay, yeah, control matchups should be pretty easy with my sideboard, thankfully. I think control got marginally worse with Tidebinder because it is a 3/2 flash baseline. That's already a problem, and on top of that, disabling your planeswalkers, etc., etc. But even the threat of a flash creature is already dangerous for control deck. Sometimes you're very far behind; they could just finish you off with a control deck. Also, creature lands. So there's a lot of things going on here that are getting worse and worse for control decks. I think it's just how it is.